Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a first impressions to do for you of these two Twosuns sent in by Jared, Jared Neve from Neve Knives. Big thank you to Jared for loaning these out to me. He wrote down the models, and we have the TS195 Frag, that is this guy, and we have the Twosun TS267. So I might lay that out so I can remember. This is the 267. So these are interesting knives. Let me kind of just go over them one at a time, I guess. This one here is the 195 Frag, and it is an interesting knife. I don't even know the best way for me to explain Twosun and how I feel about them is they make really well-built knives. Their fit and finish, their build quality, all that stuff is extremely good, right? But I just am never excited by their designs. I don't know what it is, but I just never look at a Twosun and go, oh my goodness, I need me one of those, right? This thing is wonky, crazy, but still, it just doesn't excite me. Even though I just got the Arcane Design crawler, and that's pretty much a similarly crazy design, with that ridiculous warning on it. But I don't know, there's just something about Twosuns that doesn't scream anything to me. You'll see here, this is I don't know what that is. Is it Night Morning? I think it's Night Morning Design, NMD maybe, I don't know, it's hard to read. I'm not sure who designed this one, but he designs a lot of their stuff. There's Twosun, and that's it. I mean, no billboarding, no nothing. You get titanium with a frag pattern. You get a really nice 3D milled titanium clip, probably M390? I don't know. Usually with them, it's either M390 or it's going to be 14C28N. Knowing Jared, it's one of those two. But I could be wrong. Usually the fancier ones get the M390, but it's hard to tell. You know, they will put 14C on a really nice knife like this. I don't know, it's weird. This is actually an integral. I did not notice that until right now, and it makes it even more impressive. And it does make the detent a little harder to pull off. And you can see there, it's a little bit weak on the detent. Now, I will say that reverse flick is very satisfying. It does have a sway back type feel to it, to me somehow. See how the handle kind of curves up at the end there? When it's in my hand, it just feels like a sway back. It feels like that Pena sway back I had. It just has that. So it's set up for like a reverse, whatever they call it, cut. I don't know, it's interesting. Feels really comfortable like this. Obviously a really nice worn cliff right here with a crazy ass tip. Look at that. It's actually pretty beefy there. It's kind of cool. Has that fuller, which is important because you have a million opening methods. So you have this reverse flick, which is pretty solid on this. I haven't really come to a point where I couldn't flick it, where I got caught on the lock bar or something left-handed. It feels really good. You have, can you thumb flick it? No. See, the issue is that light detent. So you got to get through that. You can thumb flick it. You have a back flipper. Again, light detent, so you just got to give it a good flick. Then you have a front flipper, right? Light detent. Got to get past that. Same thing. So how many ways did I just open that? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 ways to open this knife. I mean, I can traditionally do that. That's 6. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of ways to open a knife. That's awesome. That's what you want, right? So definitely dig that. But overall, it just doesn't speak to me. I could definitely see why people would dig this, because you could probably get it from them on eBay or whatever for I don't know. If this is M390, I'd probably bet you could get this for $100 if you bid on it. Well, no, it's an integral, so maybe 200 for this guy. 150, 200. It could be way more, guys. I'm totally out on the Twosun game right now. The integral is really cool. That looks really nice. If you don't know what an integral is, it's where they take a slab of titanium and they mill it out, mill the frame lock into it, and then drop the blade in here. So the only place this knife is connected is the pivot screw to hold that blade in place and the bearings in between it, as opposed to a normal design where you have two scales and then they're connected by this backspacer, and there's screws that go into the backspacer to make sure it stays together. So you'll see a lot more screws. It's a little less expensive because you don't have all that milling to do and precision work to do. So that's kind of the deal with an integral. I have never actually kept any of the integrals I've owned. I have had a handful. I've had the CKF Satori 2.0. I've had the Benchmade Anthem. Recently, I've had the Vero Isotope and the James Brand Barnes. I just never end up keeping them. There's something about it. The Barnes was the best one, hands down, I've had. And I don't think it's, there's nothing wrong with the integral on that one. It was just thumb stud only, and I don't like that. But all the other ones, it's usually the detent that takes the hit for it being an integral. It ends up being light because it's hard to tune a detent properly on an integral. And Riot nailed it on the Barnes. I'll give them that. But yeah, they just don't tend to stick around, and this would be the same because of that detent. It's just too light. And then at the same time, it's not like drop shut. It's, it's good. You can get it to drop like that, but then you're shaking to get it down. And I haven't messed with it or anything, but it's dead centered, so I'd venture to guess that you're not going to get it to be too much better than that. But it's really cool. Definitely enjoying checking it out. So this is the Twosun TS195 frag. The frag pattern, by the way, is stunning. It is sexy as hell. I'll give you that, Twosun. All right, the TS267. This one I like even less, but I'll tell you why. So you have the middle finger flick, which I've had some trouble getting down. I don't know if it's because of the shape of that slot. There you go. It is not satisfying at all. It doesn't, I don't know. It's very muted sounds. It doesn't snap out of there. It just kind of locks up. Here, you can listen. I don't know. It just doesn't sound great to me. Now, the closing action on this one's really good. Dead centered, of course. Now, this one you have a reverse flick. You have a thumb flick, much better. And you have a top flipper or a front flipper. Now, ow. That is the issue I've had with this knife. That is the issue I have with a lot of front flippers with these freaking tabs. You have to hold your hand so far back on the handle to make sure that this guy doesn't come back and get you, or you block the blade. So you see where that's coming in? So my hand has to be at least down here. It can't be anywhere up here. And when I do the flip, I tend to hold it up here because that's where I have to get to the front flipper. And then I'm in the way. I tend to always have it hit me in the finger. And if I hold it back there where I'm supposed to, it just feels a little weird. Sure, you get used to holding it down here, but now I'm not reaching all the way. I don't know. It's just not fun for me. Look at that action, though. It's really nice. And I wish there was a back flipper on this one. That would be cool. So anyway, you have the reverse flick, the front or the thumb flick, and you have the top flip, which is cool. And I'm sure some fancy pants motherfuckers can do this thing. Got it. Little index flip. Now looking at the knife, I really like a Bowie, and this thing is sexy. I guess you could call it a clip point. I don't know. It looks like a Bowie to me. I really like it a lot. This one is 14C28N. There you go. Twosun branding here, and then there is your maker's mark. I have no idea who that is either, so shout out to, I don't know, Jerry Jelly, maybe? Does that look like a J? And I don't know. No idea, guys. I hate this hole that is in the handle. I don't understand the hole. It's really weird that there's a giant hole right here. Maybe because the satin's so good you could kind of brush your teeth on it. I don't know. And then the clip lands on this weird thingamajimmy. It's like they wanted to cut the hole out again, but they couldn't because of the clip, so they just left it sort of cut out. I don't know. It's really weird. Clip is good. Solid 3D milled clip. Titanium, carbon fiber, solid build. I mean, this is a very... I've had issues with the lock bar on this one. Left-handed, because that's kind of where my finger wants to land, is right here, and it locks it up. So I have to be down here. It's just, I don't know. It's just been a bit awkward for me on this guy. Really like the blade and the grind and the shape and the satin, and I love all that stuff. Love the closing action. So there's a lot to love here, guys. And I bet you this one on eBay you could get for, I don't know, 75 bucks or something. Maybe 60. Like, you could get some cool shit from Twosun. I have bought a few Twosuns early in my collecting. And I never paid more than, I think, $80. And I had multiple of them that were like titanium, carbon fiber, titanium micarta, M390 steel. And I paid like, you know, 75 bucks or something. I got the slip joint that comes with copper inlaid into the titanium. It has a clip. It's M390. I got that for $45 on eBay off of them. So you can get good deals if you're the only one bidding or whatever, you know. It just takes forever to get here, and they just, I don't know. It's going to sound weird, but they have no soul to me. I just don't feel any connection to them for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Like, again, I'll pull out this knife right here. This is the J-Cape. Something Obscene Company. Like, I like Felix. He's an interesting guy. I like the design aspects. I'm happy to support that. I know Riot made this. I just grabbed something random. You know, Slim Midi, Medford. I like Medford. I like what they're doing. It's the sexiest knife in the world. That helps a lot. Even something else from China, from a Chinese OEM, the Kunwu Tao. I really love Kunwu. I love, look at this. That action is incredible. It has the same front flipper, but guess what? No issues. Don't have to worry about it at all. I climb up here. Doesn't worry. Doesn't matter. Detent is dialed to perfection. Action is fantastic. They offer a reversible clip. That's another reason I have no interest really in Twosuns, and I stopped caring about them, because they don't do reversible clips on anything. I asked, and they were like, nope, nothing. And I was like, okay, cool. So I don't know. They have no soul to me. But that's the TS267 there. And the 195 frag pattern. That's my first impressions. They're cool. They're well made. The builds, I mean, it's really, really quality stuff. Fit and finish is fantastic. I am not arguing that. And some people, Jared Neve, a lot of people, love the designs that they come out with. And I can't argue that. They're just not for me personally. So I'll probably wrap these two up with an overview in a few days or a week once I have handled them a little more, and maybe my thoughts will change. We'll see. I don't see any light coming from these. I know that's like stupid and it's hard to explain, but they're soulless to me. And I don't want to say that about knives, but that's just how I feel about Twosun. So hopefully that changes, and I'll end up reporting back that I absolutely love these, and you know, they're my favorite Twosuns ever, and I have to have them or whatever. You know, I'm not just gonna say I don't like them and you know, call it a day. I'll try to word it a little better for you when I do the reviews. So anyway, those are the Twosuns sent in by Jared Neve. Big thank you to Jared. Let me see. Do I have his sticker handy? Do I? Ugh. Nope, I don't. Okay, so anyway, link to Jared's channel will be in the description. Go check him out. I'm sure you already know him very well. He is an absolutely great dude. I've gotten to know him a little better the last couple weeks, and I'm glad I have. So thank you, Jared, and thank you all for watching. I absolutely love you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.